There was a job listing for a babysitter that went viral on Twitter because of its high demands and very, very low pay. We pulled a lot from Twitter and Facebook to really paint this story for you. So this is a prox on Facebook. School is starting again, and that means once again we need a nanny. Please read all of these requirements. You need to have a master's degree or higher so that our 5-year-old and 7-year-old will be intellectually challenged. No, your Bachelor of English doesn't mean you're smart, sorry. More from them. Wow. You must be 24 to 28 years of age to keep up with the activity level of our kiddos. And please plan to have your own housing. Don't assume you'll be staying with us. Yes, we have an extra room, but the privilege is earned, not assumed. Just really passive aggressive out the gate. What kind of a person are you gonna attract with this? All right, the list continues though. We need you from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every weekday. And the pay will be $18 daily. Plan to bring snacks or other food for the kiddos, as our cabinets will be locked during the day while we work. You will also need to bring educational materials such as workbooks, as we do not keep anything like this at home. Thanks. So yeah, this appalled many Twitter users. Let's read a few of those comments. Shady Shiba says, for $18 a day, you too can spend $50 a day on food and educational materials for my child. We're here to help you increase your master's degree debt. While you're here, make sure our 5-year-old gets full ride scholarships. And then we've got Rused Institute saying, I think my favorite thing is the $18 a day. Not only is that insultingly low pay for 4 hours of work in an 11-hour period where you can't really have another job, but they're so cheap they couldn't even go as high as 20. Like they're gonna hand you a 20 and ask for change. So yeah, apparently, these insane demands are not very popular. That's not surprising. Here's another post that a Twitter user shared, not necessarily from the same person.
Hold
Cenk,
on, Jessica.
Yes.
Yeah, because so we're gonna get to that post because that's gonna be potentially determinative as to whether this one is real, right?
Okay.
So first, I like to tweet too. George Grella wrote in, their follow will be, nobody wants to work anymore.
Yes.
Right, that's very classic. But look, I think it's gotta be a joke. Or at the very least, there's a mistake in there. That no one can possibly think that that's $18 a day. So at a minimum, it has to be $18 an hour. If it's $18 an hour, then maybe it's serious. If they really meant 18 hours a day, then it's definitely a joke. So Rick's gonna disagree in a second. In fact, we have a poll about this, tyt.com/polls. We're curious what you think. But it's too much. It's too much. Except when Jessica reads you another one that is very similar and that is almost definitely real. So, and that goes to the zeitgeist, which is that there are posts like this that even if it was a joke, people believe it's real.
Okay, looking for a babysitter in the area. Please private message me if you're interested. Here are my requirements. Have a bachelor's degree in childcare, 9 years of relevant babysitting service, 3 good references with phone numbers, full-time availability, including weekends, your own car and driving license, native English speaking, and preferred second language to teach my children, CPR certified, ideally a CNA license, no history of traffic tickets, and no problems with the law. I will be running your name through databases. Very threatening.
God, Jack Bauer.
No tattoos, no drugs, no alcohol, no sketchy social media behavior and/or public pictures. Must be okay with my 2 pit bulls, must be okay with emergency last-minute calls, perfect attendance, 100% required, willing to pay for some snacks, will love to work with an infant 3-year-old, 5-year-old, ideally will be a Trump fan in exchange.
Of course.
That's the banger. All right.
Yeah.
Shocking.
See, that one is definitely real, okay? And because you can tell that it's got some caveats in there and etc. And it is so overwhelmingly obnoxious that it makes you think the first one might also be real.
The reason I think, and I disagree with you, why the first one could be real is because people in this country are insane. They don't get it. There is no relation between like providing someone with a livable wage and then trying to take advantage of them. We just covered labor. We covered unions. Who's to say that like freaking Cindy, who lives in Manhattan, and like pops pills at like noon is gonna be like, okay, this person will work for $18 a day. I mean, like, it's basically an episode of Broad City, as I see it personally. Now, the other part of this, paying for snacks, paying for school supplies, locking everything up until it's okay, and making horrible wages. There is only, realistically, one group of people that can be taken advantage of like that in this country. You know who that is?
Teachers.
Teachers, that's right. 100%, that's teachers.
But the government literally asked them to do that.
Yep.
So, I mean, Rick, that's a really good point. Given the Chipotle story we did earlier where they treat workers just like this, given what they do to teachers, no, you have to bring the supplies.
You have
to bring the snacks.
You have to pay for all of your supplies, all the erasers, everything.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I used to do this thing on TikTok where I would react to these videos of just people saying absurd things. Stuff like what Andrew Tate talks about, just ridiculousness. And I would just stitch the video and reply to it and be like, I can't believe it's not satire. Like, I can't believe it's not butter. Because we're really in a space where you can watch people say things and it's hilarious if it's satire, but they're serious.
If I may, your TikToks are so much more creative than saying, I can't believe it's not butter. Like, she's like amazing. I already told this off her. She's amazing
Rick didn't like
on
my
TikTok.
dad joke.
I did not.
That's what's happening.
I did
here.
not. I think you're devaluing like the service you provide. I think you're one of the best TikTokers out there. Seriously.
Also check out Rebel Headquarters where Jessica does amazing videos.
Yes.
But anyway, back to this. So you think it's real?
I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if it's satire. I don't know if it's not satire. I think that's the interesting part about this story is the line of satire is blurred. It could be satire and people saying, it's really difficult to be a child care worker in the United States right now, right? It could be pointing at that.
Yeah, look, my intellectual curiosity is what drives me to ask you guys what you think. So go to tyt.com/polls because we're kind of split on it. But the point is the same. Is this insane job listing fake? Yes or no? Okay, but the point is the same either way because since we're not sure if it's satire or not, it's definitely a sign of the times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with
That there are listings that are very, very similar to this, and they really do assume like, okay, I need you to come in and you need to be spick and span, but my pit bulls can rip your face off, but that's okay.
But no tattoos.
Yeah, no tattoos, but don't you touch my snack food, okay? I'm gonna close that up, and you need to bring, like, at least 80% of it is stuff that has actually been asked for sure.
Actually, I'm gonna go back on something. I could see why they would lock up the snacks. Because to go back to Cindy in Manhattan, who lives in the $5 million condo up there, they're probably like a lot of edibles.
Oh, well.
So she wants to lock up the edibles so the anti-Trump, socialist, Marxist, globalist, leftist, elitist, whatever, can't like eat any of her edibles and everybody can come home to them.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.